Check your attic. That is the call from the Connecticut State Library on this, the 100th anniversary of the U.S. entering World War I. News 8's anchor Scott McDonald has a closer look now at how pictures and records and artifacts are all being asked for to help document the state's role in the historic Great War.
Just 18 years old, Robert Remington of Hamden found himself in faraway France, serving with New Haven's 102nd Regiment. The fresh-faced Remington found himself right in the middle of the first U.S. engagement of World War I. He was stabbed with a bayonet by a German stormtrooper and died in battle.
His family was one of the families post-war to go over to France and retrieve his remains and bring him back here to America.
Reynolds' niece has given the pictures to the New Haven Museum so they can be digitized and saved in honor of a historic anniversary.
This is the 100th anniversary of the U.S. entry into World War I.
Many are commemorating by looking back, including Yale University, releasing a video series highlighting the Yaleys who served during the Great War. Along with that, the Connecticut State Library looking for photos, papers, documents with any connection to Connecticut's role in World War I.
But also really looking forward to reaching out to the community and collecting materials that people may have in their attics, laying around, etc.
All will be copied and uploaded to an online database, which has already begun.
It's kind of a really special project. We're one of the few, if maybe the only state that's doing a statewide digitalization program.
Around 63,000 Connecticut residents served in the U.S. or Allied forces during the war, one of the bloodiest in human history. 17 million deaths and 20 million wounded.
Not only is it the historical record of families, but this ultimately is in a bigger picture the historical record of the state.
Exactly, and that's the real significance of this project.
So check those scrapbooks and those memory boxes. Help Connecticut build its World War I history around yours. In New Haven, Scott McDonald, News 8.